Welcome back to Dollar Mint Old Coin, the place where history and value meet through the stories of rare and collectible coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of European currency, focusing on the 1982 Belgium, France 20 franc coin. This is not just a coin, it's a tiny masterpiece of history, design, and hidden value that collectors around the world still chase today. And yes, some versions of this coin can be worth as much as $500 in the right condition. So, sit back and let's explore everything you need to know about this rare treasure. Let's start with a little background. In 1982, Belgium and France were both part of a Europe that was gradually moving toward economic unity. The franc was still the main currency in both countries before the euro came into circulation in 2002. The 20 franc denomination was common for everyday spending, but this particular 1982 issue carries a special significance, making it much more collectible today than just ordinary pocket change. The coin was struck in both Belgium and France and represented not just money, but also a cultural and political symbol. Each country had its own version with slight design differences, but both were minted with fine detail and strong national symbolism. Now, let's look at the design. On the obverse, the Belgian 20 franc coin of 1982 typically features King Baudouin, the fifth king of the Belgians, who reigned from 1951 until 1993. His portrait is elegant, facing to the right, capturing his royal dignity and the era's artistry in coin engraving. Around his portrait, you will often find the inscriptions, Baudouin, or Roi de Belgies, meaning, King of the Belgians. The French 20 franc coin of the same period, by contrast, proudly displays the Marianne, a national emblem of liberty and the Republic of France. Marianne symbolizes freedom, democracy, and the spirit of the French Revolution. She is one of the most recognizable figures in French numismatics. On the reverse side, both Belgian and French coins bear the denomination, 20 francs, with the year 1982 clearly inscribed. Surrounding decorations vary. Belgium's version includes stylized designs and national emblems, while France's coin often carried inscriptions like Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, the famous French motto meaning liberty, equality, fraternity. These artistic details are what make the 1982 20 franc coin not just a piece of money, but a slice of European history captured in metal. Now let's talk about the composition and size. The 1982 Belgium, France 20 franc coin was primarily struck in nickel brass alloy, giving it a distinct golden color that made it stand out in circulation. Its diameter is around 26 millimeters, and it weighs about 7 grams. This made it a medium-sized coin, easy to handle and quite durable for everyday transactions. The coin's metallic shine also gave it an attractive look that collectors appreciate even today, but what really excites coin lovers is the value. You might wonder, how can a coin that once bought you a loaf of bread in the 1980s now be valued at up to $500? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and collector demand. While millions of these coins were minted, very few survive today in pristine condition. Collectors prize coins with minimal scratches, sharp details, and original luster. These high-grade examples are the ones that can fetch hundreds of dollars at auctions and in private collections. For instance, a standard circulated 1982 Belgium, France 20 franc coin might only sell for a few dollars, but if you own one in uncirculated or proof-like condition, the value skyrockets. Some rare varieties with minting errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws, are even more valuable, sometimes exceeding that $500 mark depending on the market. Let's put this into perspective for today's collectors. A casual buyer might see this coin as just an old piece of money. But serious numismatists see it as part of a broader story of Europe before the euro. It's a symbol of national pride, an artifact of King Baudouin's reign in Belgium, and a lasting emblem of French liberty in France. That combination makes it a coin worth preserving and showcasing in any serious collection. Another reason collectors love this coin is its historical timing. The early 1980s were a time of transition in Europe. Belgium and France were part of the European Economic Community, a stepping stone toward the European Union. The franc was still king, but whispers of a single European currency had already begun. That makes the 1982 issue one of the later chapters in the long story of the franc before it was replaced by the euro 2 decades later. When you hold this coin in your hand, you're not just holding metal, you're holding a piece of the journey toward modern Europe. That historical weight adds to its allure and collectible value. So, if you happen to find a 1982 Belgium, France 20 franc coin in a family collection, an old box of coins, or a flea market, don't dismiss it as pocket change. Check its condition. Look for signs of sharp details, bright surfaces, and possible minting errors. Because if yours is in top condition, you might just be holding a coin worth up to $500, a true treasure hiding in plain sight. And that brings us to the final thought: collecting coins is about more than money, it's about history, art, and preserving the past for future generations. The 1982 20 franc coin from Belgium and France is a perfect example of how a simple coin can carry deep meaning, powerful symbols, and surprising value. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of old coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1982 Belgium, France 20 franc coin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Dollar Mint Old Coin, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story about rare and valuable coins from around the world.